Summit Materials is a business that has some fairly unique attributes. We sell aggregates, and those aggregates are mined from a quarry. Those get ground up and they get put into ready-mix concrete. That ready-mix concrete also has cement in it. We also produce cement. As a company, what we wanted to really focus on was to be the most socially responsible, integrated building materials solution provider. We consume 35 million gallons of diesel annually. We have every incentive as a business to reduce our fuel use because that not only has the benefit in terms of cost, it also has the benefit in terms of emissions reduction. We've worked with Samsara to develop an API. It works directly with our Microsoft Business Intelligence platform. That allows us to more real-time monitor fuel usage, consumption, idle time, and emissions. And that allows us to give regular report outs to our regional folks. To actually be showing how you're notching progress gives you a whole other level of credibility with the investment community and gives them significant confidence that you're not just throwing a number out there, but in fact you are actually showing evidence of how you are reducing your impacts. Our next stage of analysis is really asking ourselves, how are we going to position our fleet for the long term? Well, when we look to the future, that future is probably electric. We're able to show a very clear path to a 75% reduction in emissions going through the entire value chain of the business. Safety is so Summit that we call it environmental safety and governance.
You got guys going out in trucks crushing rock, hottest of hot, coldest of cold, dusty as you've ever seen. They're out there working in it. For our fleet, I know if we're speeding, we're slamming brakes on, we're not paying attention, we're going too fast. If I can look at those leading indicators, pass them out to my folks, you can see those trends immediately. Samsara lets me do that.
Now we just have the opportunity to identify those behaviors before bad things happen and take appropriate actions to prevent them from happening in the first place.
Safety is everything from our community, our vendors, most importantly, and the people I have contact with, the employees.
We do feel like we have a family nature in terms of how we run our businesses. They're really like pillars of the community, and so that gives people a really unique connection to the business. We need to make sure that we are doing right by our communities as well as by our employees.
Here we were like all a family.
It's all about family. It's basically a big family.
When I drive around this town, I can look back and say, I remember doing that 15 years ago. I feel like we're the ones who's building this city. And it means a lot, really it does.